Let's get Morgan in here first in the morning, as always, with entertainment. And Morgan, we've got an update on the Sean Diddy trial.
Yes.
That a verdict, as I think a lot of us know, was reached yesterday.
Yes, absolutely. So he had 5 charges laid against him. This trial went on for weeks and weeks. And 3 of the charges he's been acquitted of. These are the most serious charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and 2 charges of sex trafficking. He has been acquitted of those charges. These carried the longest potential sentencing for him. This essentially could have put him in jail for life. So he's been acquitted of that. When that was announced, he was seen on the floor praying. He was very excited. You could see people outside of the courtroom, outside on the streets. They were celebrating. He still has quite a strong fan base. They were throwing baby oil. So this was seen as a victory for his team, but let's not forget that he was found guilty on 2 accounts related to prostitution. Cassie Ventura's testimony, who of course is his ex-girlfriend, kind of helped solidify those charges that they have, that the jury found that he was guilty of. Now those hold a potential of 10 years each. We won't know what that's going to look like until the jury decides. The jury has until, I believe it's October 3rd. That's when it's currently scheduled for the judge to decide how long these 2 charges related to prostitution, how long
the sentence will be.
That's exactly it. The prosecution side is saying he could face up to 4 to 5 years. You're seeing the defense team saying it's only going to be 2 years. But let's remember that he has been in jail since September of last year, 10 months so far, and that will
count as time served.
Counted.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of, do we know, does Diddy remain in custody behind bars awaiting sentencing?
Great question. So this is the news that everybody was talking about. So he assumed, you could almost tell based on what people were saying in court, he thought that with these serious charges dropped, that he was going to be able to go out on bail, and the judge said no. The prosecution said this is a person who has had violent relationships. He cannot be trusted. The judge agreed with that. So here's the thing. He will stay in jail until the sentencing of October 3rd. However, the defense team has asked for this sentencing date to be brought up earlier than October, because obviously he doesn't want to stay in jail that long. So they're going back to court this Tuesday, July 8th, on my birthday, to see if just the date will be changed for when the judge has to decide how long the sentencing will be.
Okay. Quickly, we have to mention a couple of stars getting on the Walk of Fame.
They're getting their name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, including a Canadian, Rachel McAdams. How exciting is this? Always been such a huge fan of her. She's been in iconic movies like Mean Girls, and I just love her so much. So she's going to get her name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We also have other names like Demi Moore. I can't believe she hasn't had one already. Timothée Chalamet, Miley Cyrus. So that's really exciting. Miley Cyrus basically just talked about how she would walk the streets with her dad. Nobody would recognize him because it was late at night on Hollywood Boulevard, and now she's getting her name on this iconic, sidewalk of hers. So that's exciting.
Absolutely.
It is,
very exciting.
Sure.